I would like my priest to be approachable, one who listens and who is empathetic.
A priest to me today is a man of trust. He's the foundation, the glue.
Well, you know, in the church they talk about time, talent, and treasure. And if you have a person who wants to give all of their time, talent, and treasure in service of the church, that's why they'd be a priest.
My decision to become a priest, you know, it was kind of gradual too, you know. So my family, you know, I laid some hints down. You know, when you go to Mass more than once a week, that's a pretty good hint. It's a big decision, and I think the church is pretty wise in giving us time not so much to learn stuff, but to really listen to whether or not God is really calling us. It's a commitment for life, and 7 years is really small in comparison to a lifetime.
Un padre es el ejemplo que nos dio Diosito Santo para llegar al destino de Diosito Santo. Amen.
To become a priest today would mean to work with the people of God to make positive change in our world.
I hope he would have a deep love for God and be able to tie the gospel to present concerns in our world and our community in his homilies.
You know, I've seriously considered priesthood for since I was in high school. It's that personal relationship with Jesus Christ that drives this whole deal, because otherwise it's not worth it. We don't get paid much. You know, we don't have a family, no wife, no children. It's a lot to give up, but compared to what we gain, that puts everything into perspective.
You come from 3 of our many ethnic communities: Filipino, Hispanic, Korean. Joe being the first Korean to be ordained a priest in Northern California, but surely not the last. We have come together in joy and yes, in hope.
You know, I see my nephews and nieces, and you know, there have been a couple times where I thought, wow, I'm not gonna have that. But you know, when I baptize, when I hold the baby and you know, I say, I baptize you in the name of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. It's those moments that a priest is there at the happiest moments, the saddest moments of people's lives. And it's just like being a father, you know, except our family is a little bigger and they don't listen as much. For a time, I didn't think that the church was important. You know, I went to Mass on Sundays largely because, you know, that's what I always did. Otherwise, I'd get a phone call from my mom. But once I paid attention to what I really wanted in life,
we do well always and everywhere to give you thanks.
And ultimately it comes down to fulfillment and happiness. And you know, the career didn't address that. You know, even the girlfriends and, you know, the party life in college didn't address it. Really what it came down to was that conversation, that ongoing dialogue that happens within each one of us with God, whether we're listening or not.
There are a lot of challenges that young priests would face today. First of all, there's something of a lack of trust that they have to confront, which was not the case when I was ordained 40-some years ago. And there's also high expectations in terms of their competence. and their numbers are short, so they have to work harder than people did a long time ago. And there is a skepticism, perhaps, that they confront each day. So they have to be well-trained, competent, and they're in a process now of regaining the respect and the trust of the community, and that's not an easy task to do today.
People need God in their lives, in whatever form that may take. I think a lot of people now are feeling lonely and abandoned. They're down and out, especially in this economy. A lot of broken families, just human need. And I think the seminary prepares us by, we take counseling class, pastoral counseling, and we do hospital ministry. And sometimes it is tough for us to come up against such raw need. Sometimes it's, especially in a hospital setting, or say outside the cathedral, or outside of Mass, when the need is just so in your face. Sometimes it's surprising, but that's what we're ordained for.
In being Christ to others, you will continue His work of salvation. May the Lord bless you, my brothers, and fill you with many gifts, so that you will serve Him and His people always as His priests.
It's been that kind of a journey, is a slow dying to self, and realizing that there's more to life than just pursuing my own dreams.
A priest is a modern-day interpreter of the gospel.
Linh mục là cha, là sự hướng dẫn cho giáo dân của Chúa đến gần Chúa hơn.